And the kid walked up and shot my son 5 times in the back.
In 2004, Aqeela Sherrills lost his son Terrell to a fatal shooting in South Central Los Angeles. Terrell could have become another number in what is perhaps one of America's most complex issues, gun violence, but his father refused to let that happen.
Terrell, was my mini-me. We looked so much alike, we were super close.
Aqeela never retaliated. Since even before Terrell was killed, his life's work has been training residents, ex-convicts, and former gang members to intervene to help keep crimes or confrontations from erupting on the streets. Now he does the same work in Newark. They're called the Newark Community Street Team.
It's been a total eye-opening experience for many of the young men and women who serve as outreach workers on the street team, because a lot of them have had run-ins with the law. Most of the folks here have been shot. Something like 3/4 have been to prison.
I've been to jail probably close to half my life. I've been shot, I've been in prison.
Last year, over 300 shootings were reported, according to the Newark Police Department. Here, guns are also responsible for over 90% of fatalities.
I believe most of the victims of homicides are either gang-related or drug-related, or it's personal.
All right, let's clear this area.
And how do organizations like the Newark Community Street Team help?
We'll ask them, can they go in there and see what they can do to assist in keeping the peace in a certain location. They can be able to pull the parties together and calm the situation down.
What I see when I come out here with this NCST jacket and I engage with my community, I see people that's responding,
Right.
We talking to them and a lot of people talking back to us.
They own this work. It's their neighborhood, it's their community, they own it. Now, we're not police. We're not we don't share intelligence with law enforcement like, oh, who, this, that, and the third, because you can get killed out here in the streets. Our role is to try to reduce the incidence of violence through mediating, these personal disputes.
Aqeela understands the way street conflicts can explode into violence. In his teenage years, he was a gang member in South Central Los Angeles.
I've always worked with survivors of gun violence because I grew up in the Jordan housing projects in Watts, very violent community. In 1988, one of my brothers was shot, and I had this transformative experience in college and really became awakened to a lot of the violence that I saw happening in the neighborhood.
In 1992, around the time of the LA riots, Aqeela helped organize an historic gang truce between the Bloods and the Crips, two of the city's largest gangs at the time. Over the next few decades, Aqeela worked as a community activist against gang violence.
These folks have to work on par, hand in hand with law enforcement in the city.
Newark Mayor Ras Baraka hired Aqeela after seeing his work in gang prevention.
Aqeela is, to me, a godsend. But me getting him is like, look, all I want you to do is come over here and train the people over here to do what you did there.
Every month, Aqeela travels from LA to Newark's South Ward to check in with the team.
How everybody doing?
He offers them guidance and hears concerns.
My charge from the mayor was to come to Newark, to build out infrastructure, put systems in place, and turn this program over to you. We're almost 3 years in.
Here, everybody in this room right now, because they love this type of work, is natural. You don't need no Harvard degree to do this work. All you need is your past experience of what you've been through.
We know that we're working with very little. We're working with very little.
The challenge now is funding.
We want to make it a part of the state and the county's budget to be able to have trauma-informed care, interrupters, street team folks that are out there as a part of the whole law enforcement strategy.
The team is hopeful the trauma-informed work they're doing will expand across Newark. For Aqeela, that means using Terrell as its motivation to keep going.
My son was murdered. And I can blame a lot of people for that, you know? And at the same time, I really believe that my son gave his life for me and the work that I do. This is his legacy.
I'm ready, brother. I'm ready for you. Go ahead and roll with it.
How everybody doing?